Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to some more Australian Resurrection here in Victoria 3. Let's check everything. Make sure we're all on the up and up. Hello, me. Hey, right back at you, buddy. All right. What do we got going on today? What do we got going on? Hey, Mauricio, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. More ham looking on what to expend his overflowing treasury. Yeah, I know, right? I almost forgot. That's weirdly our issue in this run here. I got more money than I can spend. It's coming in quicker than I can get the construction sectors out there. Let no one say there's no budget in ham administration. There's enough ham to go around. And you can clip that. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, we are back. It's 1912. We're coming up to the end of this run, but we're moving along, huh? I see you started a new Mars series today. Yeah, we're going to be doing some Surviving Mars relaunched on Thursday mornings for a little bit. I might add it to Thursday nights as well when this run is done. I don't know. I haven't really made a decision yet. But Thursday mornings, yeah. So we just started today. Off to a good start there. Basically trying to terraform Mars. Hey, Beckett Fordle. Hello, Mr. Ham. I have learned Victoria 3 via your tutorial videos. Nice, and got a good friend into it too. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for your amazing videos. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for coming in to the live stream to say so. I love it. And you got a friend to become a fellow Victorian. Nice. Who are you guys playing as? What were your first countries? Oh, and what was the country that you were playing when you finally thought like, I finally get what's going on here? Mine was Kabul. I'll always have a soft spot for Kabul. That was the first run. That was the country I was playing for when I finally had a run where I was like, oh, I get what's happening here. Bizman, what's up? What's up? Hello, my friend. Hey, Ham, ready for the DEI war? Let's go. That's right. We fight DEI tonight. Not that DEI. This DEI. We're going to try to subjugate them. And get them into the Ham and Greed power block. I forgot it was called Ham and Greed. I think that was you, Mauricio, wasn't it? Weren't you the one that named that? Maybe. Yeah? I have no memories in it. I have no memory anymore. Who do you think... Hey, Super Frank! What's up, what's up? Hello? Who do you think has the advantage in FIFA UEFA Civil War? I think UEFA, to be honest with you. Like, you know, as much as I talk about how, Europe shouldn't be the center of the game. It's a global game. The money comes in from UEFA. You know, FIFA can be like, you're out of the World Cup, but let's be honest there, you know? I think UEFA, what do you think? Hey, Warrior UN, hello, how you doing? Learning Vicky 3 via Hamcuts vids is the only way. Yes, thank you. I try. How you doing, my friend? We're about to do a run where I am Serbia and he is Greece. Nice. My first, wow, I love this run, was Belgium. Ah, yes. I'm gonna be doing, I don't know when. I plan on doing a starting step series as Belgium. I think my next series of countries for starting steps I want to do are the countries that people always recommend as like good starter countries, you know? And so Belgium is like one of the classics. So yeah. UEFA, yeah, I agree. I think UEFA has the upper hand there because like in the end, FIFA doesn't actually have a product. The World Cup, I mean, let's be honest, without the European teams, it's, you know, what are you selling? Certainly not the US. Does anyone have any tips for Serbia? Oh man, my friend, let me tell you. Serbia is my white whale. When National Awakening came out, I played as Serbia. The series is still up there, and it was rough. It was rough. Now, the run did get a little hampered by the fact that there were tons of hot fixes that came out that kind of messed with the gameplay a little bit. But my Serbia run was tough. So, my advice is don't get subjugated by the British. That's what kind of ruined that whole run. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta go back to Serbia and do it again. I said I was gonna go back and do them again, and I never did. So, but I really want to. I gotta go back and do Serbia again. It always find it strange how colonial language has all the baggage of this era, and previous ones it be used. We used it without care when talking about humans on space, like settlers and colonies. Oh, I see what you're saying there. Yeah. All the baggage of those terms, yet now in space we use it. I never thought about that. Damn. Damn, Mauricio. Dropping some big questions for the stream here. I like it. Russia is your best friend. That's it. This is true. This is true. That is some good advice, actually. Russia is your best friend. When you're Serbia in Victoria 3. Now that CONCACAF sided with UEFA as well, I don't think Infantino can stay at this point. Yeah. Infantino's got to go. I mean, that's it. You're basically trying to privatize the World Cup to yourself. You got to go. Let Russians do heavy lifting. That advice works in multiple ways in life, but definitely in a Serbia Victoria 3 run. Certainly, I don't think he should stay. No. As Super Frank said, and I doubted, Infantino is more corrupt than Sepp Blatter. I now see the way, Super Frank. I now see it. Should have been removed years ago. Yep. Yes, Russia has been quite nice to me in my practice runs. I hope to make the Balkans very woke, though, so I will eventually need to stab them in the back. Sad. Oh, no. Anytime you befriend Russia in this game, it's always a means to an end where the end is stabbing them in the back. That's just how it goes. Even when you play as Russia, you only befriend yourself because you eventually want to stab yourself in the back. Did not yet lost and decided to take a break from achievement hunting. Yeah, played Siam until 1936. Kind of fun and easy. Would recommend it too for beginners as third or fourth run. Ah, yes, Siam. I can see why that would be. Oh, well, we can't see it now because Dynam kind of swallowed them. Look at this. Okay. Hey, Java, what is up? What is up? Another week, another streak. How you doing? Oh, let me check it. 120 streak. Oh, Java. Thank you. Thank you so much, my friend. Very, very nice. 120 stream streak. That is amazing of you. That is absolutely amazing. Good to see you, my friend. Serbia achievement was kind of fun, by the way, when I did it. Psst, that's the stream I was going for. That's the achievement I was going for in that Serbia run-in. Oh, man. I'm going to go back to that at some... I got to go back. Now everyone's making me think it's Serbia and Vicky 3. Maybe I should do Serbia again on the next run. Call it Serbia Enthusiasm 2, the Serbining. In space, though, we're not displacing any native inhabitants, I think. Yeah, we're not. So far. That's for the Stellaris run. Hey, Radical Anarchist, hello. How you doing? Good to see you. 6 million loyalists. Yeah, look at that. So let's get into it here, huh? What are we doing? So we're building a whole bunch of stuff. We're building the Suez Canal. Oh, that's right. We surveyed the Panama Canal. However, it's owned by the United States, but they're not... Oh, they are building it finally. Look at that. Okay. It's interesting we still get this journal entry here. Okay. Yeah, we got the scramble for Africa, weirdly, because we didn't have any African colonies, but then we decided, what the hell, let's go for it. So we now have Australia and Herrera land. So we're moving along there. We want to go after the Dutch East Indies and make them our subject. So they got 106 battalions. And we have 137. So we do have more. How is our military stuff? Oof. Got an abundance of military stuff. I forgot we got planes too. We got to utilize those. So we got tons of sugar, tons of liquor, tons of wine. Oh, and that's probably why I'm building all of this stuff. Because we need meat for luxurious supplies. Let's just go ahead and add in the aerial reconnaissance. I heard like a sound in this room. What the hell was that? Let me know if you see like the Scream villain creeping up behind me or something. So we got that, we got liquor. So we can do field hospitals, but we don't have opium. Yeah, so we won't be adding that in. Okay. Now the other question is, what are we building for ships? Because we're going to have to... We're not building anything. How many troops can we transport? 38. We should also, we need to make some Marines. So let's do that right now. Let me create... First Marine Corps. They'll look like this. Let's give them a general. What do we got here? We got an Anglican Church moderate, rural folk Luddite, bourgeoisie Republican. Ambush chance. Piracy income. Alright, nothing there. Offensive planner. Persistent. Offensive strategist. Imposing. So we'll take... It's always got to be somebody, right? Alright. So we'll take that guy. And... So we'll do about 15 of them. We got landing Marines. Let's build some in South Australia. Let's build them sooner rather than later, but let's keep the Suez Canal at the top. Oh, and actually, what goods do those guys use? Ammunition, small arms. Okay, that's good. So we'll be able to take the transport fleet and we'll naval invade the Marines and then some of these guys. Let's see. I'm already behind. Oh no, how did I get so far behind on chat? I decided between Siam and Dynam, but decided to go as Siam because I saw you playing Dynam some time ago. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we did a whole Dynam series. That one was fun. Dynam is a lot of fun. I can imagine Siam would be too. We're doing inventory at work this week, and it was such a mess up that they sent us home as soon as we got there today, telling us But they didn't need us, and we're off tomorrow too. Nice! Oh my god. Yay for the... We'll call it the CF. Yay for the CF. Kind of cool region to play. All cultures are plus 15 on subjecthood. Great resources except sulfur. There are a lot of it in Indonesia. Yeah, Southeast Asia is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I really enjoy playing in this region. A lot, you can do a lot of, you can grow quite a bit. I guess if we discover aliens, the colonial issue gonna become actual problem. Yeah, because we might be the ones being colonized. Been a pretty chill day. I just watched a super disturbing video about AI, which brought the vibes down a bit. But I'm looking forward to a chill stream tonight. Yeah, still getting the new battle station all set up. Same. I've been like on a big Linux kick all day. I might be switching over to Linux. I don't know. Kind of tired of all the Copilot stuff in Microsoft, and I'm kind of tired of Apple. I don't know. Stellaris players are even worse than Victoria's, especially oh yeah. Is there a subreddit? There is. I've heard about that though with Stellaris. Are you being nice to the natives, Ham? Yeah, we got multiculturalism, we got total separation, we got old age pension, the kids are in school, we got workers' protections, their speech are protected. I think we're doing pretty good here. We got graduated taxation. What else could we do? Other than, you know, give up the means of production. Ended up subjugating almost whole India under my rule. Got like 12k construction. Oh, nice. Always ruining. Nice, nice. That's a pretty good run. So excited to be back to a dual screen setup. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's always nice when you can play games and watch a stream at the same time. I do that a lot. By the way, first time I ever managed to make use of T5 pensions, my payment was only 800k. Ah, what are we up to? Wait, where's our welfare payments? Really? Are we like, are we not paying any welfare payments? Are you telling me nobody is making less than 30% of the normal wage? Okay. All right, let's get this underway so we can start getting stuff built here. Away we go. If I remember correctly, the scramble for Africa triggers at a certain percentage of African colonization for all great powers. Yeah, but we didn't have any African colonies when it started. I think there was a certain tech that triggers it, actually. There's a certain tech we got. Or maybe we switched to colonial exploitation. That might be it too. Members of the Social Democratic Party have drawn attention to the rise of the Radical Party, expressing their willingness to offer a more moderate solution to their political extremism. Let's see, the Social Democratic Party are the trade unions and the rural folk. Radical Party's down here. Social Democratic Party has a big lead right now, so we will give a little bit to the Radical Party. If Ham is about to get shivved from behind, someone needs to do a super chat so it shows up immediately on screen. No, Ham! Here's 1,000 bits. Oh god, can you imagine? Invalid naval mission area. What are we doing? Oh yeah, because they're yeah, let's just unassign that. Naval admins also. Do we need that? Oh, yeah, thank you. The transport fleet, Rutrose. And some here. So we need about 2.6 there. God, I'm just gonna call it like 25. Once again, let's do it in South Australia. We'll do that. These will build up real quick. The Anti-Russian League has offered us an opportunity to acquire trade privileges from Great Qing. Awesome. Their proposal, if accepted, is intended to counter Russian interests. We will absolutely take that. Organizers affiliated with the fascist movement have embarked on a focused campaign to inspire support for corporate state in South Australia. How about no fascists? Take that one. I got you, fam. Thank you. Somebody's got my back, literally. The only real issue is fronts in Indonesia and India completely broken, CBA. Oh, is that true? Damn. I've been hearing some talk that some of the fronts are messed up. I thought they had fixed some of it in a previous patch, but maybe not. I can't wait till this next dev diary about the AI fix is going to come out. With virgin land to award second sons becoming an increasingly rare commodity in Tasmania, many farmers engaged in the local textile mills hope that a transition to commercialized agriculture will yield the revenues necessary to provide for all their offspring upon death, or at the very least, leave a single profitable farm that can be sold off for profit. So we can get plus 10 success chance. Or all of that stuff. We'll take the plus 10% success chance. I need to give it a try again. I just did a Dynam run last week, but it went to shit pretty quickly. The British made me a Dominion. Oh no, with the first 6 years. And I spent about a decade trying to build up a military to fight for independence. No! But got absolutely destroyed in the fight. Went ahead and just started a new run of Colombia. But I want to go back and try it again later. Yeah. That's one of those tough RNG starts. If you start out, you don't always start off like that, but sometimes it just starts off that way. The intelligentsia will negotiate this. We don't have any negotiations currently out there. I think we'll hold on to it. I don't think we need it. The ideas of the Radical Party have been raising interest throughout the country, leading to potential turmoil. Where is the Radical Party at? Yeah, they're at 50. 50% momentum. Yeah, we can give them momentum. I don't mind that. I don't think it's going to do much for them. Problem of playing in South Asia is there's nothing stopping Britain or France to annex you on day one if the AI feels especially spiteful. I guess you could try, really building up naval fortifications. Those are cheaper than soldiers and quicker to build. Naval fortifications really help you in fighting off, what do you call them? Naval invasions. 6 years is wild, to be honest. They didn't bother me at all. EIC is the menace and deal with. Yeah, that is kind of quick. What about the natives in the colonies, Ham? Oh, forgot about them. New colony, not used to it. Oh my God, look at the upper strata's standard of living compared to everybody else. Yeah, we'll have to do something over there. People have been complaining about the difference in living standards between us and our neighbors in Great Britain. Our neighbors? Using that very loosely, huh? Trade unions get 2 acceptance or 2 approval, 10% political strength. We damage relations or we get radicals. Yeah, we'll take this. Thank you very much. I had to exchange Shah states for teneries or whatever that split province called. Can't remember. Last time I played them, I got bothered by the French. The French were our problem in our Dynam run that we did. But it was at least 10 to 15 years in. Lost stalled. We lost 15%. Yeah, let's negotiate with the intelligentsia here. Julius Depre has agreed to a private meeting, clearly seeking a path that will benefit both the nation and the intelligentsia's interests over commercialized agriculture. We don't want to take that much expenses. Ooh, we don't want to lose a bureaucracy. I guess we can go guaranteed liberties. We'll lose National Guard. I believe that's what we're on right now, right? Yeah. Yeah. We'll do guaranteed liberties after this. What are these guys still fighting about at this point in time? Oh, we have Turkey. The Ottomans are gone and they are now Turkey. Look at that. I haven't seen Turkey show up in the game in a while. You know, for a second here I was like, oh, who split up Egypt? Us. We did. I forgot about that. That's the Suez Canal right there. Ruh-roh. Like the British are crazy aggressive from the jump. Yeah, that's tough RNG right there. And then track their rivals to change their attitude. Oh man, maybe this run you will manage to do T5 pensions too. Looks like perfect run to try it. Yeah, tier 5 pensions. Woof. Yeah, I mean so far we're not paying anything. So oh, there we go. Now we got some welfare payments. Malaria prevention for Africa scramble. Oh yes, Bizman, you're right. That is what it was. When we got malaria prevention, we got the scramble for Africa. Yep. Let's get 30 soul. Yeah, I think we can. We can try for it. Problem is, you know, we're getting all these mass migrations and stuff, so we got... Oh my god, look at how many cultural communities there are. We still have a good amount of peasants. We still have peasants showing up. Alright. So what do we got here? The Radical Party and the Social Democratic Party. Can the Free Trade Party get in at all? I don't really know why we would want it, but... If we kick the intelligentsia out, we can be at a righteous government. I guess we'll need to keep the intelligentsia in, though, in order to go for guaranteed liberties, and we made that promise, so we'll keep the government like this. Boo, fascists. Yeah, right. Yeah, I just can't bring myself to do a fascist run in the game. I need to do one at some point, just to have done it, but I never end up doing it. I got some news, by the way. Looks like 1.13.10 is happening. PDX Shoshana said under one of the bug reports. Oh, thanks for the report. The issue has been brought up to the team and will be fixed as soon as possible. Though due to complexity of the issue, it might not land in the upcoming hotfix just yet. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I wonder what 1.13.10 would be, because 13.9 was a big one that was supposed to address everything until the next update. No, sorry, Burma. We're not doing that. We want you in our market. I thought the next patch was going to be 1.14. No, it is going to be 1.14, but the hotfix, if there's another hotfix, it would be 1.13.10. The new AI update will be 1.14, but if they had always said, like, if there's like a hotfix that needs to come out, they will do it. There's just no plans on it, but now I guess I have a plan for one. I'm not super tapped into that. Thanks for the update. Yeah, thank you. I hadn't heard about that. They need to add achievement Austria with the goal of subjugating Austria as Australia. So yeah, that would be nice. Thank God they didn't, because I would have gone for that. I would have derailed the whole run. Ooh, all right, good. We're getting out there. We don't want to get trapped in here. Ah, we can do the telephone finally. Yes, that's why I wasn't going for the bureaucracy fix yet. Because I wanted to do telephones. Let's do it in Victoria. Though we have so many people here in South Australia. Well, who has lead? Do either of these guys have lead? South Australia does. Victoria does not. Yeah, so we'll do it in South Australia. Just give us a ton. We'll create a need for it. I believe we can also upgrade some of our ships. You know, I don't even think we can build the monitor anymore. Yeah. Yeah, the coast... We should do the coastal defense ship. But I think there's something in here that uses telephones. Oh, it's radios. That's what I was thinking of. Debates between squattocracy and industrialists have spilled into the Australian news. The focal point, foreign investment in commercialized agriculture. Well, we don't really care what the squattocracy thinks. They've been marginalized forever. Oh, or we add extraterritoriality rights. And we'll add 5% success. Or open legal questions. Ooh. I don't really care for that. Yeah, let's just take this. All foreign investors will answer to Australian civil laws. Yeah, that's what we'll do right there. Are fortifications dependent on tech? Because I'm not sure if you can build them as, like they say, the Marina Kingdom. I don't remember if, like, to just outright build them needs tech. I mean, it probably needs an early tech. But yeah, I don't remember, actually. What is happening here? Let's check. Because now we can search. What's the actual building officially called? Yeah, naval fortification. Oh, we got the electric arc process. So this is what you get for the next production method. Yeah, no, I think you can get it at the beginning. We don't gonna take as much expenses as Ham as he has nothing to spend. Yeah. Yeah. I know, right? Like, look at this. Yeah, we're making a ton on dividend taxes. Also, I got control over all 3 straits in Indonesia. Oh, nice. And the amount of money is wild, like getting control over Baltic Sea. Hopefully that's what we're about to get, because basically it'll be us. Well, we won't control. We'll get 30% of the income from it. That was funny about the run where France came for me. I actually knew to expect it. I've been curious about the Dynam name, so I was digging into Wikipedia rabbit hole about that time in their history. The leader at the time, etc. Oh, Laudabate failed. And there was a mention of the French coming and taking them over for a bit. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because that happened to us too in our run here. Never-ending money. That's kind of what it seems like, right? Yeah, that's some communities. Yeah, in New South Wales here. Like, geez. I mean, that's because, look, we got, like, 1 million cultures here. That's what you get when you spend almost a century siphoning pops off of the British. You know, we still don't have supply ships. We have really got to up that. And these things are just so not profitable. Is it here that we have a... Yeah, natural harbor, so... Let's add like 11 more of them. We really need... We really need to start getting enough supply ships out in the world. Alright, we're about to finish a whole batch of these. The hottest of fixes, sexy fixes, even they are welcome on Bruno Mars. Yeah. Yeah, the colony on Bruno Mars, man. Nothing but sexy people allowed, apparently. Ooh, we're having a problem with rubber. Do we have any more to build? No, we kind of maxed out. Maybe we'll take this part of the island as well. So we can take the whole island there. Paradox stock will be up with the new AI update. Oh, hey, Pasta! Hello, hello! Welcome back, my friend. How you doing? Yeah, they will, right? When they release that, I have a feeling that's going to be a very good update. The arrest and alleged ill treatment of a disorderly protester affiliated with the fascist movement, oh nice, success, has sparked resentment amongst his compatriots. Further demonstrations have been arranged urging his release. Oh, Great Britain claimed Herrera land. That means they have more than 50% of it. How much activism does the fascist movement have? So they're at 29. Oh, this... We gotta get this guy out of here. Maybe we imprison him. Yeah, we can afford the 5% activism. We'll get approval from the rural folk. We'll take it. Better integrate those colonies by the end of the game. Yeah, actually, I was going to say, I don't know if we should. Well, no, I don't want to do it here because since we're on colonial exploitation, yeah, we're getting a 20% throughput bonus on these rubber plantations. We kind of need that. And to mess with the 100% a reverse achievement, Austria, Australia, where you conquer the other as Austria. Yeah, nice. Oh, the Melanesian nationalist. Theirs are all the radicals, and their standard of living is down. How can we make things better for you guys? So what's the issue here? So they're losing... Oops, 5%. They're losing 5% wages. Because they're in level 3 open prejudice. Oh. Starvation. Is this... Oh. Why? Oh, infrastructure. Oh my god. How did I miss this? Okay. Yeah, they can't access food. And here, they should be doing a little bit better, right? Why are they starving here? Don't have any shortage of... I mean, I guess they're missing groceries. Yeah, let's max out the fishing wharfs. Oh my god, I forgot about all these power plants I queued up. Oh my god. Why did I do that? This is the most irresponsible build queue I think I've ever had. This is, like, actually insane. Alright. Problem is, we have a demand for these. We're just gonna have to do that anyway. I can't believe we're gonna have to import more rubber. Where is it? Where's rubber? There it is. Yeah, let's put a little subvention on it. We need more. I think the Northern Territory has lead. That's the area I always have my eye on for colonizing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have multiple places with lead here. Oh. Andrew Hopkins, leader of the intelligentsia, a well-known opponent of the global slave trade, argues that our colonial ambitions in Australian Herrera land should be leveraged towards ending the practice on the continent. Commitment to this goal may lead to other events later. I'm curious. Let's do it. It'll increase our colonial growth speed. Navy forts depend on the region if you can build them. Ah, okay, that's what it is. All right. Did you upgrade your government admins? You still have a giant deficit. Yeah. I was waiting for some of those electrics factories to start building up so that we could start off with at least some telephones in the market. Even with multiculturalism and separation of church, most of your pops are still on open prejudice. Yeah, unfortunately. If we, if we went to no colonial affairs, they would be a little bit more accepted. You know what we should do? Oh, we don't have any of this stuff. You know what? Let's get rid of the violence suppression. Oh, we will keep the road maintenance there. What do we pay? Oh, multiculturalism and protectionism. We need that authority back. This is 50, and then what did we give for this? Oh. Okay. If I got... All right, we're going to get some radicals from this. We can afford it. So let's do this. I believe we need to be above 50... what's it called? Legitimacy to get rid of this. Yeah. So we will raise tax or lower. Oh, damn. I forgot we're already on the lowest taxes. Oh, that puts a bit of a wrench in things. For this, we need the intelligentsia in there. Yeah, we can't do it though because of the legitimacy. Damn. All right, let's go to this. Maybe in the next election, we'll try to swing the election a certain way so that we can get some of those concessions taken care of. Yeah, your hardwood costs are killing your supply ships. Yeah, that's right. I saw that made note, but moved on very quickly. Yeah, we need much more of this. Oh, yes. Well, actually, what will help us are all these power plants. Because then we can start moving to chainsaws in all of the logging camps. A manifesto laying out the arguments for Melanesian independence has started to spread in Australia. Rutrow. Well, we can lower their activism. Yeah, the Melanesian National Movement. What are they at? Start a propaganda campaign to counter these. Yeah, let's do that. All right, that brings them down to 95. That's good. Okay, so they're at 98% here. Oh, they're not fully hired here yet. Okay. So we'll keep doing that. Even with... Oh, yeah. Time to take Brunei for rubber. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to need to take quite a few places here. See, I also think... Dutch East Indies. Like, if we look at where the Netherlands are getting their rubber... Oh, just one place. Yeah, if we take that, though, we're going to get a lot of rubber production. The 1.14 update is the reason I rushed all the very hard achievements during this patch. That's a smart idea, actually. I didn't think about that. All the hard achievements are about to get a lot harder. Hey, Mellorin, hello, hello, how are you? More Victoria 3. I just recently got back into the game after a year or so hiatus. Nice! Welcome back to the fold. Welcome back. Yeah, it's still a lot of fun. Still doing its thing. How are you? Good to see you. The political wills and desires of the lower classes will always remain an opaque matter. For whatever reason, support for commercialized agriculture will spread like wildfire across Australia, spurred on by charismatic speakers and lively debates in small-time social clubs. Yeah, I think we're good with this. Oh, God. We can afford more construction. Hey, I'm missing the secret police. Yeah, I know. I might need that soon. I'm interested to see what the early game European attacks on the smaller countries looks like after the update. I've only been playing since after the Great Wave. So I've only had the advantage of the big countries not being able to send big armies. Yeah, I feel like we've all gotten so used to the big countries not using their armies right that when they finally fix it, it's going to be like, uh-oh. The government has received requests from the Melanesian to provide translations of some official documents to their language. Yeah, we can do this. Oh, what is a 10% bureaucracy hit going to do to us? Actually, okay, we can afford it. Oof. Using a better PM probably also help with the rubber. I don't think we can yet, can we? Oh. What am I doing? Thank you. What was I doing to myself there? Okay. So what did that do? Yeah, look at that. Made it much more affordable. Wargaming. All right, we can go to the next production method in the barracks here. Law progressive voting, excellent. Yeah, so once we start getting to these power plants, we'll be able to go to electric sawmills. Although it is true we can just generally use a lot more. A trade center and port. Yeah, I feel like I'm so far behind now. I'm reading old stuff. Hey, I'm justifying colonialism because he wants more resource production. He truly is a 19th gentleman now. Yep. Although now I'm a 20th century gentleman. Always has been. Thank you, thank you. I mean, wait a second. Grain is very expensive in New Guinea. Build some farms and banana plantations. Well, no, because part of their problem is, oh, well, they were cut off from the market. Like, what is it in our overall market right now? Oof, very expensive, yeah. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think this is the place to build some of it. Let's build some there. How many people we got here? We got 24,000 unemployed. Oh, we got no arable land left. We can build some in the colony. Yeah. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Let's get this stuff built. This will help to lower some of the radicals here. Great Britain against Russia going. Okay. Hey, what's your opinion on doing primarily agriculture early game to pivot into other industrial goods later on? I think, I mean, I think it's decent to do because you still need to take care of basic necessities for your pops. So like, you know, all of their food needs. But the thing to keep in mind is you're kind of trying to disempower the landowners and the aristocrats early game. So building too much of it might give too much wealth to them. At the same time, once you get your construction sector going, in most countries, at the very start of the game, once you open up those construction sectors, your private sector is primarily going to be building agricultural buildings. So they kind of will take care of that for you in the early game, which is why you should focus more on the industrial stuff. So that's kind of that's generally how it goes for most countries in the game. Okay, we are at the hour mark, so we're about to get hit by ads. So we do need to take a quick 90-second break and pay homage to our lovely, lovely gods of ads. So 90 seconds, and we will be right back. All right, and we're back, All right, I'm going to try to catch up on chat here and then unpause so that I'm not doing it while I'm playing here. How does the slave trade actually work in the game mechanically? I always get off slavery as soon as I can, but I never dug into it too deeply. I know how debt slavery works mechanically, but never bothered with the slave trade. So basically, yeah, when you're on slave trade, you'll see, like, sometimes they're still on it. Legacy slavery, yeah, no. But basically, you'll see, like, your state in the overview. It'll show, like, slave state, and when you get like an influx of slaves from a country or a decentralized nation here in Africa, and so every month you'll get like a certain number of slaves, and I believe, I could be wrong about this, but I think it is dependent on like a building needing to hire slaves. So like, say you have like a banana plantation, and so it needs to hire a certain number of slaves Actually, I don't think it's every month. I think it is every week. When they need a certain amount, you'll get an influx of that amount from that country. I think there's a little bit more to the mechanic than that, but that's basically how it works. As opposed to the standard construction triangle. I mean, you can definitely try to do like an agrarian society run. And so yeah, in that sense it wouldn't be so bad. Instead of the regular construction loop in that way. Does the automatic irrigation PM give better jobs or just cut jobs? Usually everything will give better jobs. Yeah, so you can see it well, it increased production, but it replaced 24,000 laborers with 6,000 farmers and 6,000 machinists. So they got better jobs. We get more of the good, and then everybody else gets a better job. Yeah, authority is tanking. Basically, I need to get rid of these two, what do you call it? Concessions. So next election, we should be able to do that if we manipulate, or if we can get the election to go the right way. We got about 3 more years, though. Yeah, so we're going to have a little bit of an authority hit on that. I did run as Brazil and stayed on slavery for very long. You import slaves from slave trade states. Yeah, most of them in Africa. You get free pops and a lot of minor movements later. It's easier to enact multiculturalism using them. Yeah. You can use the police edict of the power block to get more authority. That's true. In about 5 years, we'll get another edict. Yeah, the amendments are really harsh. Hey, be a better game master. Hello, hello. Hey, awesome Australia. Thank you, thank you. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? Good to see you. Sorry, I know you probably typed that like 18 years ago. I'm sorry. Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? Well, that's interesting. Running out of pop sucks. Yeah, I ran into that in Congo. Yeah. So sometimes that's why sometimes starting off with slave trade in South America kind of goes to your benefit. It's an issue with Brazil day one. Yeah. So I decided Brazil, yeah, for sure. Chainsaws don't actually increase hardwood production, just lower labor needs. Electric sawmill is what you're thinking of. Oh, yeah. Maybe that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. Electric sawmills. Oh, yeah. Not chainsaws. Yeah. I was thinking of this one. Hey, Burnt Bananas. Hello, hello. How's it going? We're doing good. Doing good. We're moving along here. We're at some point we're going to try to subjugate the Dutch East Indies, or at least transfer them from the Netherlands. So at some point here. Oh, the lobby deal with Great Qing. That's right. That's right. Let's not forget. Yeah, I want those trade privileges, actually. Yeah, we'll give mutual ones. Is there anything else I can get off these guys? Actually, I wonder if I can sell them. Oof, no, I can't even sell them those other ironclads. Okay. And there we go. Trade privileges with Great Qing. Love it. In a very shit Victorian say way, I can get that. Yeah, I love you know, I love that channel or that thread. Played a lot of countries like Dainam with a ton of peasants. I started, so I didn't have to worry about it. Yeah. Really anxious for the AI patch. Do you know, I didn't actually think about it, that it is gonna, the game's about to get a lot harder. Rutrow. I usually get off debt slavery ASAP because I focus heavily on soul. Yeah, after the Congo incident, I learned to focus on labor-saving PM techs. Yeah, post 1.14 year apocalypse. Are you going to hit 1 billion GDP by game end, do you think? I don't think so. We might get to 500 million. I mean, who knows, actually? We got 22 years to go. We might. I recall building tons of railways in 20 to 30 years in the game. Yeah, eventually you do need that. We need to... Well, we don't... We could use them just so we can get people better jobs, but we still have an abundance of peasants because of all the migration. Hey, Shamneo, hello. Have you played Vicky 3 with mods? Any fun mods you'd recommend? Well, always Morgan Road. Morgan Road is just like the gold standard of mods. So that one is a lot of fun. Hail Columbia in the United States, it has a lot of flavor there. That's fun. There's an Australia-New Zealand flavor pack that I've played with before. It's a ton of fun. I highly recommend that one. There's a 1992 mod where they update the whole game to 1992. That one is a lot of fun. Highly recommend that one. Certainly no potential problems with you rivaling US or Great Britain around them rivaling you. Yeah, hopefully not. Agriculture early game, you mean bananas? Yeah, I heard though they nerfed that. I think in the last update they kind of nerfed bananas. I haven't actually looked into what it actually played out to now. Got lost in the Nana question. Oh, hey, DeWolfie. Hello. What's up, my friend? Still planning to rob USA of Panama Canal when they finish building it? I might. I want to get the Dutch East Indies first, and then that's probably our second target. Oh, yeah, stars on the Brazil flag making you twitch. Yeah, I know. It always throws me off when I see that. Banana Society. With regard to building agricultural buildings early on, one of the things I realized in an early run is that the demand for agricultural good from pop needs stay relatively stable. So if you build a lot of ag buildings, it tanks the cost of the goods, which makes the buildings less profitable. Yeah, the urban buildings don't experience that problem is bad because as they produce more goods, they also produce better jobs, which increases pop's wealth and also increases demand. Yeah, for all that stuff. Yeah, of course. What happened to India? Why are they blue? Because they're Bengal now. Yeah, they became Bengal, and I kind of love the Bengal color on the map here, right? Where are your fleets? You're using a lot of supply ships. Oh, so we are out projecting power to keep our power projection up. What is this? Whoa, look at that. They're just straight up black on the map. Yeah, where did we send them to? These guys are home. I need to send these guys out. Wait, I'm looking at the army. We're in the Aegean Sea here. Galapagos Rise. The Benguela coast. Oh yeah, these guys are over here so that I could get enough interest here to start the colony. These guys should go home now. These guys I gotta modernize here. Where did we send these guys? Oh yeah, they're over here. And they're over here. What is our involvement? Oof. All right, let's send the transport fleet. Yeah, we'll try to get some involvement in Europe there. I discovered two things not a long time ago. First, monopolization of power plants works perfect. Second, Luxury grains are goaded to keep farms profitable with monopolies, of course. Yeah, I might actually... Well, oh, actually, no. Don't we have a company? No, these guys don't have that. Yeah, I thought we had a company that we were holding off on. No, I suppose not. A lot of new players might bounce off the game if the AI gets too hard. I wonder how Paradox will balance around this dilemma. Well, I'm not sure how hard the game will get, actually, if we really think about it. What they really want to do is just fix generally the way the AI interacts with you. So I think sometimes it could be to our benefit, where a country will come to your aid in times where they might not. That's kind of my suspicion, but I'm not sure entirely. The invention of the telephone has opened the door to great improvements in our communications or in our electricity industry. So we'll take the tech spread here, but I think we're doing radio, so where are we with it? Yeah, so we can take 6,000 more. Don't we have another event? I hate that it says it makes that sound when you come back. Okay, no. All right, let's go. Yeah, lobby opportunities completed. I haven't looked at our trade centers in a bit. How are we doing? Whoa. This trade center is bonkers right now. This trade center is truly doing well. They're all kind of doing well. We are on free trade, right? No. Oh my god, that's what we're doing next. We're going to free trade next. Woof. Although I am supposed to go guaranteed liberties. Ugh. Ugh, guaranteed liberties. Interesting, wonder why they picked 1992. Yeah, I don't remember why, actually. But it was a fun mod. They nerfed bananas, RIP the United Fruit Company. Means this for the best. Yeah, probably. Writing comments, only now you realize I was here. Oh! Sorry, DeWolfie, sorry. I've been so far behind on the chat that I'm just like reading and not... Sometimes I miss the person saying it. I apologize. You caught me. You caught me. Alright. We can use more construction. Charles Fisher. God, yeah, we're just getting all these fascists. It's almost like people are preparing for a great war. The main argument, theory crafting I've done for agricultural first is simply the super cheap construction costs of farms. So the idea would be peasants, farmers, machinists, engineers, since farmers are a better job than peasants, and de-peasanting is faster since the farms cost a third of the urban buildings. It's not a bad idea. I mean, I will say, I've never done like a full-on agrarian society run, and I do kind of want to do one. So I think it is... oh, there we go. We got it. It's an interesting idea. I would like to try a run at doing that. All right, let's get guaranteed liberties done. And then we're going to go for free trade. It looks like this will go through fairly quickly. That's not worth negotiating for 7.9%. Maximilian Robespierre must be thrilled with Anachrist Attica. Probably, yeah. 1992, probably because it was after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Oh, which was kind of the beginning of the current geopolitical era. There you go. There you go. No sailors in the transport fleet. I thought we took care of them. Where did all those damn sailors go? Okay, well, first thing we're going to do is... we're going to decommission this fleet. Because these are old ships and nobody's going to buy them at this point. So... I don't want to... Oh, the damn secession movement. Oh, for pooping sakes, guys. Okay. God, we need a lot. Wait, have our naval admins not fully hired? Let me check that. No, I have. Didn't I do all this? Did I end up pushing it down the list? God, this build queue is giving me tension that I put that much in the build queue. And yet I'm still doing it. So we need like 3 there. Yeah, we need like... okay. There we go. Especially as small nations where the cost of urban buildings is just prohibitive. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Because you can also kind of make a killing exporting all that agricultural stuff too eventually. But eventually, though, those buildings just don't make as much money. So you are going to end up just generally making less money in the game. But it isn't always the point, you know? But also, the pops will just have a lower standard of living because their level of wealth will not be able to get very high. Eventually, if you make the pivot to industrialization, that might work. The Australian Dutch Association has requested that we launch a diplomatic play against Sweden. Sweden is a... oh, we got an Australian Dutch Association. No, we're not going to do that. You guys are going to be really mad at us at one point. Who's in that lobby? You guys are going to be real mad when we start attacking them. An explicitly partisan newspaper founded by members of the fascist movement in Christchurch has published its first issue. Between advertisements and political cartoons, it hosts ruthless critique of government policy. What's the fascist movement up to here? 46. All right, we'll take this because they'll lose some pop attraction. We are teetering on the edge here. They're not a cultural movement, so getting over 50% activism won't do anything for them. Like, they can't cause obstinance or anything. Yeah, car company monopoly. I would love to do that, but we don't have a free charter and we don't have the authority. When is that election again? 1917. I really need to lean into who opposes this? Yeah, the trade union, squattocracy. Squattocracy. This would be the better one to get rid of. Yeah, see, that's the problem. If I take these guys out of government, we're not over 50%. Basically, I need the trade unions to, like, lose the election. That might be tough at this point, though. We have discovered that our rivals in the United States of America have been arming the Ovampo natives in Australian Herrera land. This is likely to impede our efforts to conquer the region. Oh, A2 United States. No, I don't want to get a hit to growth speed. Tensions between Australia and Avampo. The tensions increase. Don't care about that because there's a bug where in this patch there's no native uprising, so oh well. In fact, the United Fruit Company and the Congo Free State Company are the only companies in the game with a malice at prosperity and increasing mortality. It's very deserved. True, true. No worries. Great War, not in our timeline. I know, right? Not here, not now. Theodore Maswin's arguments has been publicly defeated, forcing him to turn his gaze to more advantageous things. A faction in the armed forces have thrown their weight behind the Guaranteed Liberties law. So we'll gain 10%. Intelligentsia will gain 2 approval. These guys. Oh, popularity of a fascist. No thank you. Let's do that. All right. So we're starting to get... God, we got to get to the coal-powered power plant here. Yeah, let's... Yeah, hold on. We don't really need conveyors right now. Let's do this next. Then we'll go plastics. And what do we have down here? Are we getting tech spread on elevators? Yep. Then we'll do psychoanalysis, elevators, and then we'll get one more last company in there. Seeing what the economy would look like with something like industry banned would be interesting. Yeah. Should focus on exporting goods like silk, opium, fruit, etc., and import the finished goods you need. Basically, yeah, what the British did to India. Like in real life. And actually in the game as well. With the proposal to pass the Guaranteed Liberties law, members of the government have voiced their concerns about it compromising the nation's internal security. Yeah, we'll take that. We got a hit to bureaucracy, but, you know, whatever. First of all, government dividends waste. One nice thing about being on laissez-faire is this means nothing to us, because we don't have any government dividends on laissez-faire. We do get a hit to tax waste. Or we get a hit because of tax waste. Yeah, you could do the Amish Paradise achievement, which requires a high standard of living as the USA with industry ban. That's what I was thinking. I don't have that achievement. That might be one I go for offline. Yeah, so in Western Australia, let's go here. I'm gonna bump some of these things up to the top. It's time. Wait. Oh, yeah, we have investment rights there. Let's get those done. Let's finish out these. God, I think that's everything on the main islands here, right? Western Australia, Northern Territory, Southern Australia, Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria. Oh no. Oh no, we never built any in Victoria. Alright, so that'll be our next construction state. Then Tasmania. And then, of course, New Zealand. Law progressive study. Alright, do we have... Alright, hold on. What am I missing here? Oh my god, I am so stupid. I've now completely overbuilt the naval admins. I forgot. I never sent these guys back home. I forgot about that. They've got to come home so that the new sailors can get onto the damn ship. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna cut down on some of the naval admins. Or maybe not, maybe we'll just build a bunch of new ships. Actually, you know, we do need to do that. Do we still have that stupid secession? Because we need to get... Yeah, these coastal defense ones. I mean, honestly, let's just... Well, they actually don't need extra propulsion. They can't go far. Accuracy... Suffered hull attack damage... Alright, let's do that. Let's build about 10 of those. And then... Iron Frigate. Let's look at the coastal defense one. Hull attack damage, critical chance, blockade. Yeah, we'll keep that. So retrofit, and then build more. And then eventually we'll get rid of these monitors. They also need an admiral here. Market liberal. Liberal, moderate, so we're all good there. Explorer. Oh yeah, we haven't done any of the explorer stuff. Dockyard organizer. Direct, not bad. Yeah, Lewis Knowles. There we go. All right, so let's do that. Don't fill pages and pages of stuff in your build queue. And what does Ham do? I know, it's killing me. It's killing me that I did this, but I don't want to delete all of it now. Like I always say, do as I say, not as I do. Brigadier General Jeffrey Hollows, noting severe unrest in eastern New Guinea, has proposed using the army to suppress agitation in the area. While his political allies support him, there's a heavy risk to following his plan. Where are these guys at now? Honestly, it would be... I should just get this to war just so I can crush it and finally be done with it. I love that that's an achievement. Classic banger. I know, right? Amish Paradise. The key is eventually you want to pivot. For example, early game opium exports. Persia's already known to be very good. Yes, yeah, exactly. There's eventually that point where you do need to, like, yeah, start pivoting to industrialization. So I just wonder if you could extend that to, say, grain, fruit, etc. I think you could. I think you could. It'd be an interesting test to see how that goes. You should try it and post it on the Hamcord. See what your results with that were, because that would be interesting to see how that pans out. Should have gone with the commies last episode. I wouldn't have so many fascists now. This is true. This is true. Hey, Furious Fox. Hello, hello. How you doing? What's up, Ham? May I ask for a quick view of your sound settings? Oh, I'd like to take a screenshot. The sound of your events always sounds so crisp. Oh, thank you. You mean like the in-game sound settings? This is what I have for this, yeah. Yeah, I usually put the music at 50. Oh, I actually forgot. So I turn ambient sound all the way down when I'm recording videos. But I do like to keep it on during a stream. I always forget to turn the ambient sound back on. But maybe that's what you were seeing too. Maybe there's no ambient sound. Your African colony is a distraction you don't need. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Speaking of which, let's increase it. Oh my god. A protest advocating for the Guaranteed Liberties Law was called in order to silence the detractors. However, the police force decided to take the law in their own hands and violently suppress the protesters. Yeah, we'll get some more radicals. Oh, we got elevators. Nice. We can go to arcades in the urban center. Yeah, I don't want to do it in Australian Sinai or Herrera land. So let me just change it there. Actually, why not? Just do it there. Public motor carriages, there we go. Why can I? Oh, because I need electricity in places. Ah, okay, never mind then, that's good. Alright, I think it's time Victoria started hitting the construction queue. I was thinking the same thing. I just got a new mic and I'm trying to figure out how to deal with ambient room noise. Oh, yeah. Oh, you meant in, Oh, I meant in-game sound settings. Yeah, the in-game sound settings here. Yeah, when it comes to sound settings for the mic, though... Law progressive voting, excellent. Oh, yeah. I changed it up. So, I forget what it is. You need, like, noise compressor or something like that. One of them gets rid of the ambient sound around you. Although so I got a new mic recently, and I still have to play around with the settings. I'm picking up some ambient noise, at least My feedback here is telling me that. So I gotta play around with it more. Someday this canal will be done. You know what I do love in this game? When you're building the canal, you can kind of see the progress. Yeah, you kind of see the indentation there. I feel like we're going to make a ton of money on tolls there once it's done. What do we need to get to 4th? Quite a bit. You're not on laissez-faire anymore. You do need the government dividends. No, I am on laissez-faire. Oh, you know, I just realized in the next election, we're going to change the trade policy. So we don't really need to worry about this. So it's this one we need to worry about. So really, we just need the trade unions out of government. Oh, hey, we got over 200 million. Offline Amish achievement. Why would you deprive us of more Victoria gameplay? Maybe I'll do a video of it. I don't know if I would do a stream of it, though, because the US is starts as a great power. A little bit bigger than I usually like to do for stream. But yeah, that might make an interesting video. Amish achievement. Seeking support amongst his sympathizers, Charles Fisher has organized a boycott against the Guaranteed Liberties Law. On the day it was to begin, there was barely any sign it had been declared at all. Who's this guy? Yeah, we got all these fascists running around without any, so far without any political power. Yeah, we'll do that. Just started my first campaign as Russia, trying to get the 1 billion GDP achievement never got before. Nice. Russia's a good one for that. Russia's a very good one for that. Hey, Karloff. Hello, hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. 1 conscript battalion. I think you'll be fine with the revolt. Yeah. Well, that's why I kind of wanted to just go to war so that I can decommission those ships. Workers at the rubber plantations in Western New Guinea are being severely mistreated. Mutilation has become a common punishment for perceived failures. No, we don't want to lose rubber throughput. Damn. Oh. Mortality of the laborers. Well, actually, I don't want to lose people there. So actually, we will take that. As news escaped St. Petersburg of yet another violent crackdown on the Russian labor movement, outraged members of the rural folk have taken to the streets of Sydney, marching under the banner of the Anti-Russian League. I'm never going to get trade privileges with them. Actually, if we take this, we'll get to farmers markets. The Anti-Russian League is at a +1. Yeah, let's just take that. I know I was giving you crap about the pages of build queue the other day, but I do get it at that point when your construction is simultaneously building a whole page. Yeah, that's kind of the problem too, right? Yeah, we're building like a whole page at a time. Thank you very much. Yeah, of course. No problem, no problem. Hey, Joe, what's up, what's up? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. What are your thoughts on the new government-run supermarkets where it's 30% off for 1 month a year where everything is 30% off. Man, let me tell you, I am fully on board with the government-run grocery stores. There's this weird thing about New York City. All the grocery stores suck. They really do. Like, you buy produce at a New York City grocery store, and it's expired in like 4 days. And sometimes you go to the grocery store and like you can see things are spoiled, like out on the floor there. And it's just like nobody cares. It sucks. So, and then like I go like visit my parents down in New Jersey, and the grocery store there, they buy produce and it lasts them like months. I am so happy for there to be competition like that for these grocery stores, because I don't know what it is. Like, every neighborhood I've lived in, the grocery stores have just been horrible. Like, maybe on like the Upper East Side where everybody's rich, maybe the grocery stores are better there. I don't know. But the one thing I get so frustrated with in this city is that the grocery stores are horrible. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate like buying groceries like on a Sunday, and then like when I'm cooking dinner on Wednesday or Thursday, like the vegetables I bought are bad. Ugh. End rant. Oh, I'm curious how they will stop scalpers and bodega owners. I don't feel like they'll hit the bodega owners too much, because the stuff people sell in bodegas, the grocery store kind of sells, but I don't know. Here in New York, the stuff that is sold in a bodega, you're going to a bodega to get. Like, if you need a sandwich, you're going to the bodega, not the grocery store. If you need, like, a drink of some kind, you're going to the bodega. So I don't think it'll hurt bodega owners that much at all, actually. What's our interest rate at this point? 1.7. Not sure I love the look of this new monitor. Can't find a color balance I like, but it'll do for now. Yeah, that can be tough, right? I've gone through that before where I'm just like, every day I'm like, I don't know about this one. Eventually you'll just settle on something. Hey, TC Armored, hello, hello. How are you? Change your gain level. Oh, should be on the mic. Change your gain level. Should be on the mic itself. Oh, the gain level. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I gotta play with that. I gotta play with that. Are you able to put filters on the mic input while you're streaming? Yeah. OBS lets you put filters on the mic, so you can do it through OBS. See, the thing I gotta play around with is, oh, wait, hold on a second. Is there anybody else we can get? Dynam? We got all we can with Dynam. I kind of forgot about our, yeah, let's do a defensive pact. That'll probably get Dynam in there. Yeah, we'll give you military assistance for 5 years. We'll take an obligation out of it. We'll do this for 10 years. So we'll add 5 more construction. Oh, yeah, yeah, you're looking at protectionism. Yeah, yeah. Once you go laissez-faire, you never go back. Yeah, this is true. Once you get to laissez-faire, what happens in the free market does not actually stay in the free market. I've seen some stuff on how to do processing on recordings, but wasn't sure how it worked with streaming. Yeah, audio stuff is probably my weakest aspect of this whole streaming thing I do. I really need to learn more about the whole audio end of it. All right, Western Australia. So we're utilizing that. Where else can we utilize it? Electric trains. Oh, we should have... Yep, there we go. So this should hire up now, right? Plenty of people. Northern Territory, did we build yours yet? Not yet. We did here. South Australia. God, there's no there's no logging here at all. Yeah, let's go to refrigerated cars. Let's get electric streetlights. Electric engines. All right, that should start getting that hired up. Did we build your guys yet? Not yet. Everything's built up here. I think we did switch this PM. Yeah, electric mills. Utilizing Charles Fisher's connections to the trade unions, the Social Democratic Party has gained a much greater share of dedicated and ideologically committed union voters. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, the election. So let's try... God, we're going to have to throw the Conservative Party in there. That's not great. The fascist went out to protest and nobody showed up. Hilarious. I know, right? That's what you get. Oh, so our ships should finally be back. Oh, we lost a general. Moderate, Republican, Republican. Defensive strategist. Imposing, diplomat. Ruthless. Mount combat. Nothing there. I guess we'll just end up taking this guy. Yeah, look at that. So they're all hired up now. And I bet I have a bunch of extra sailors just sitting around doing nothing. Yeah. Oh my god. We have 300 assignments not filled. Oh my god, we have got to build a lot more ships. Okay. So these guys, so you guys embark on the transport fleet. And now I think it's time. Let's take a save. I started Mexico run, not very far in yet, but seems like it'll be a fun one. Yeah, Mexico's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with a Mexico run at one point. Oh, the ongoing election has drawn attention to the platforms of the various contending parties across Australia. The electorate debates which party is worth trusting with the next term in government. Let me double check again here. Who we need in government. So actually, any number of people who are not the trade unions. Who has a shot at overturning this election? Oh, the Free Trade Party actually could. I don't know if they'll get there, though, but... yeah, but we'll give them a shot at it. Oh, wait, yeah. So... is anybody... nobody is gonna oppose us. Whoa. Okay, so the United Netherlands has a ton more soldiers than us. But we have a ton more ships. They can only transfer 27 at a time. I guess the question is, where do they have all of these? Venezuela is where the largest one is. I think we're going to go for this. What do you guys think? What are you talking about? It's the biggest rally anyone's ever seen. Millions and millions of people. Fake news. Yeah, well played. Turn up your worker protection limit, which means fixing your bureaucracy deficit. Yeah, we do need to fix that, don't we? Yeah, we'll take a look at that in a second. Trying to decide which way I go with it. Should I try to resemble the Mexican military rule, or go Republic or Communist? Go Republic or Communist. Actually, yeah, I don't know. Is that because of the bodegas versus chain? I run into the same problem with Whole Foods where I'm at. Yeah, no, it's just like, even like the local chains. Like the bodegas, you don't really buy produce at here. That's something they don't sell. In fact, usually it's like the street vendors for produce are always much better. You want to get your produce in New York from one of the street vendors, not the grocery store, unfortunately. I love your passion about grocery stores. Jealous of y'all living in Momdonistan. Texas is a hellscape. I've seen some good filter stacks to try out. That's my next bit of experimentation. So nice to finally be past the setup phase. Yeah, the new battle station is a significant upgrade over being cramped with my single 15-inch laptop. Nice. It is a nice feeling, right? I remember that feeling. Is it 10 minutes to ad break? War. Yeah, we got a couple minutes, actually. Finally, the war. My ancestors have been drafted. Oh, yeah, Jabba. Oh, no. We're fighting your ancestors. Build more soldiers during the Diplo play. I'm actually caught up on chat. Whoa. Oh, the Dutch might be at war. Yeah, we should double check that. I finally caught up. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, they're fighting Russia right now. Good call, pasta. This is the time to do it. See, okay. I think we're going to be fine because we're going to sink anything they send out into the water. So let's do it. Ooh, a Japanese radical revolt. They don't want us to have anything to do with it. Good luck, Dutch. I know, right? So what do we have in terms of mobilization options? Look at the amount of cars we have. That means we can add in motorized reconnaissance. And truck transport. So let's add in truck transport. Let's add in motorized reconnaissance. Planes. And now, we have sugar, we have liquor. Yeah, so we'll add sugar and liquor. Oh, damn, yeah, the main army, they got to build up some organization, that's fine. Honestly, I don't even know if we call up conscripts for this. Maybe we do. You know, I've really neglected the army. I should have a much larger army than this. Maybe that's why we have so much damn money. I didn't build up the army. I didn't need to. We had a navy, you know? All right, let's mobilize everybody. Actually, yeah, we're not going to call up conscripts because we got to transport these people. Damn, you know, let's bring the fleets back. I should have brought that first fleet back a while ago so it could resupply up. Vroom vroom troops, that's right. It'll be nice to zoom in and see them too. See all the planes and vroom vrooms on the map there. All right, we are about to get hit by ads though, so we do have to take a quick 90-second break. Pay homage to the gods of ads here. So we're going to take a quick 90 seconds, and when we come back, we're going to war. All right, and we're back. And we're back. All right, let me see here. What did I miss here? Sad I'm gonna miss the war. Oh, but I'll watch it on the VOD. Good luck. Ah, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll see you next time, my friend. South Sumatra is the province you really want for the rubber. Yes. This is what we want. Look at all that sweet, sweet rubber right there. What is our market with rubber right now? Yeah, look at that. Oof. I might get back into coding. I'm honestly kind of spoiled. The whole time I was teaching coding, it was primarily web dev work where it's typical to have a live model up next to the code so you can see changes to the code reflected more or less immediately. It's really hard to try to do that in a single small monitor, so eventually I just fell off of it. There's been a few projects I wanted to try, so maybe it's a good time for it. Yeah, utilize the dual monitor now. Also, quit pulling a Leopold II on your rubber workers in New Guinea and improve worker protections to lower their mortality. You also need a bunch of tools. Yeah, tools. What do we have going? Oh, yeah. So yeah, government admin. Got everything there we can, so... Ooh, Victoria, look at that. Okay, we gotta fix... Oh my god. We are cutting down, though, on peasants a little bit. Oh. No, I don't want 10 there. I didn't mean to... I don't need 10 in Queensland. So we'll do those. All right. So let's mobilize the armies. This will be our main one here. 38 troops. You know, I do wish we had more people here. So we'll do... Actually, no, hold on. Let me redo that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to transfer 14 from here. No, because I need to get 3 more. I just need 3 more. Yeah, because what is it with the troop ship? Wait, what? I thought the troop ship could carry a whole battalion. One whole. Didn't realize it was 0.5. So we need like 6 of these guys. Okay. Yeah, they're doing the retrofit. Do the troop ship first. Let's send you guys over here. Troop ship, you go over there. We'll prepare for the naval invasion. Where is their actual capital? They've got 140 battalions in the region. Do they? Oh, damn. Well, that sucks. Yeah. Let's switch over to military ship production. Oh, darn. Alright, where's our point of attack here? You know, do we have a shot at getting anybody in on this? No. Oh, was it some irregulars that they had in there? Oh, skirmish infantry. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, we might be okay. Alright, we'll take our... We'll take our chances with it. Wait, the troop ship doesn't carry a whole battalion? I thought it did last time I checked. I thought that was kind of the point of it. So, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, something must have changed in an update, right? I'm not crazy here, right? I swear to God, I thought there was a time when the troop ship carried one whole battalion. A group of Christian missionaries want to bring the salvation of the Gospels to our colony in Australian Botswana. Yeah, sure. The wing of the Conservative Party affiliated with the petite bourgeoisie has raised complaints about Hallam Hiscock's choice of endorsements, leaving their supporters neglected. Yeah, we'll take that. Good you say before you started the play. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know though. We might be okay. Not a lot of people. Or I mean, it's not powerful soldiers. You know, I wonder why we don't get an option for the Antarctic mission. I wonder why we don't get that. Nobody wants to join in on this, huh? Alright, we got less than a year left for the Suez Canal. Maybe the 0.5 carrying capacity is above the standard one carrying cap. Check what the baseline is. Well, yeah, that's what I was looking at. The base design for the ship is 0.25. Oh, wait. Oh. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's what I'm looking in the wrong spot. Okay. Yeah, wait, so I was looking in the wrong spot. Yes, okay. Yes, okay, there we go. Thank you, Bizman. I was having a brain fart moment there. When invited to give a speech on behalf of the Conservative Party, Theodore Maswin began extolling the virtues of a strong home, strong borders, and strong men. Public reception was mixed. God, I hate giving all this political momentum to the Conservative Party, huh? Is that increasing supply capacity decreases the ratio of space dedicated to transporting troops? No, it was just me being an idiot. Oh, we can get machine gunners. It's probably too late to add that in. We're going to probably lose organization. Yeah, no. For next time. Oh, damn, and I never added in medical support for the Marine Corps there. Okay. Factories in eastern New Guinea have been reported to be placing Melanesian people into roles with incredibly poor work conditions, owing to their status as second-class citizens in Australia. Yeah, I guess we'll take that one. David Reed intends to travel across Australian Sinai by train to campaign for the Free Trade Party. Yeah, we'll take that. 44 days left. It was a valiant effort, guys. Lol, yeah. Karl Marx, Abraham Lincoln, and Ada Lovelace as options. If you backed out and tried a different first country, then the previous one you selected would have a normal selection of rulers for that. Oh wait, have you ever used the ruler selection option in the game options? Oh, you know, I kind of forgot that it exists. Yeah, I forgot about that. I ran into something weird when I was trying the other day where it seemed like whatever the first country you selected would favor Karl Marx, Abraham Lincoln, and Ada Lovelace as options. If you backed out and tried a different first country, then the previous one you selected would have a normal selection of rulers for that country. First noticed it in my Dynam run, but tested it again when I started my Columbia run, and it did the same thing. You know, I kind of forgot that was a thing in the game. I have to look at that tomorrow. Alright, let's see how we do. What's their capital? Here we go. West Java. Let's just go straight at West Java. Oh, and you know what else we can do? Let's do some pirating. We'll do it here. Oh, actually, and we need to blockade them. So here's their market access point. Is this port is in that state, right? Yep, there we go. Yeah, we don't have anybody that's necessarily better than the other. So we'll take the third fleet. And then the first fleet, you do some privateering over here. There we go. And that's what we'll do with our fleets. By the way, that guy's name is pronounced Macewin, not Maswin. Oh, okay. I already forget who the person was. May try starting around somewhere with Karl Marx as a monarch. Yeah, That'd be a fun little way to start off a run. Private correspondence exchanged by members of the Anti-Russian League have been published in pamphlets. The letters praise Russia, contrary to the intentions of the trade unions. Yeah, we'll take that. Let's double check the colony. Whoa, look at you guys. We're gonna get ourselves a nice little chunk of land in here. I'm curious to see why would they go all the way around? Oh, I guess because they got to get over there. Yeah, okay, I guess because the port's over there. It just seems kind of funny though, right? They're like, why did he send us all the way over here? We should have just stayed over here. Because I figured you'd be naval invading from there. Oh well. Alright, can we get... Ah. Oh, are you kidding me? We're at 49? We need to be at 50 to get rid of those concessions. Alright, well, let's do this. And now let's go for free trade. Maybe we'll get an event that will bring our legitimacy up a little bit. Or US President Ada Lovelace. Yeah, that would be cool, right? Australia starting a war for rubber. Man, they must really be worried about overpopulation. Ah, Philippines. Yeah. Too much, not enough rubber in Australia. Oh, yeah, because they probably don't like us anymore because our, oh, damn. The deaths from disease among the wounded soldiers has skyrocketed. Oh. Not good, not good. You'll end up with a large chunk of desert in Southwest Africa. Yep. Why not? Why not? How much coal do we have? Wait, what is happening here? All right, let's look at our production methods. All right. Yeah, we should stay on motors, but don't we have a... Oh, wait, don't we have a company that does coal? Oh, we do. All right, so we're going to switch over. And our company will take the reins on coal there. I'm seeing the real politician experience being just short of enacting meaningful change even when you mean it. Seriously, like, come on, people. Yeah, look at that. Okay, when these battles start, we... Pretty sure Ham is still being haunted by Ada, waking up with nightmares. Why won't she like me? Why won't Ada like me? I am being haunted by her every day. Oh, how did we never get to prosperity here? Well, darn. Oh, come on, guys. What war goals did they take against us? Return Eastern New Guinea. Well, you're not going to be able to naval invade us there, I can tell you that. Actually, you know what I should do? Are we getting anything off of piracy? 3.5k? $24. Let's start over here. Yeah, we'll do 2 naval invasions. Who are these guys? Well, why the hell did these guys get left behind? Oh, yeah, that's right. They got left behind from the first army because there wasn't... They couldn't carry enough people. First shots fired in the war, wounded skyrocket. No shit, yeah. Yeah, thanks for the update, home HQ. You hope that your company will pick up the slack. They were fine with a 2.3k deficit. It's a great point. Didn't seem to have a problem there. Yeah, what's the private sector doing? What are you guys even doing? What else do we have deficits of? Oh yeah, tools. Yeah, we should. Don't we have a company doing that as well? No. So we got to build the tools. Heavy usage of trenches in West Java by Ronald Forster has turned the land into a blasted hellscape. The stalemate cannot last forever, but it's not clear what the best way forward is. What are... Oh, the main army. Oh, he gets trench rat. That's not bad. We had 6k progress on that. AK progress on stormtroopers. What are we researching? I should have taken it on defense in depth. Well, well, well. Oh, you know, yeah, I should have been picking like a state that doesn't have a naval fortification. That would have been smarter to do. Alright, so actually... cancel that. What, army, the... Yeah, damn it. I gotta wait till they're done. So, let's do, Central Java. Claiming that the enactment of free trade would affect the country's Kavango Bantu inhabitants in a disproportionately negative way, Kavango Bantu firebrands have riled their communities against the current law proposal. Yeah, let's take this one. Shaking my head. Now I think of a better strategy. Yeah, I know, right? Rook-row. Jeffrey Follows has gained renown not merely for utilizing aircraft in battle, but for even flying one himself over the skies of West Java. Yeah, we get some war support. Oh, or plus 30 army offense, actually. War heroes need to stay in the war. Yep. I forgot about that. Let's see if we can see... Yeah, look at our little warplanes. Aw. Alright, so security increased. Okay. So now let's invade Central Java. Gotta say, I'm really curious to see the retrospective analysis of our current idiotic military conflict when it all finishes. I have no real love for either side, but it is a fascinating display of effective asymmetrical warfare. And especially highlights the interconnection of war with other things like the economy and other conflicts. Yeah. Also the effects that technology has in warfare and how quickly those advantages can shift. I think it's also gonna... I'd love to see what the retrospective is on how, like... How do we consider a projection of power? Like, we assume we project all this power, but in the end... it amounts to very little, it seems like, in that war. Yeah, you know, I really need to be making a much larger army here. So we're going to create another army. We'll call these guys the second main army. Give you guys... yeah, here we go. Direct and a pillager. Moderate, perfect. Trench. Did I bet I never upgraded anybody either. Oh, I did. Okay, good. I'm not a total idiot. Uh, 34. I want about 16 more. There we go. We're just gonna have a big old... you know, now that I think about it, having like 100 stack on Australia here, probably not the best thing to do. But we can always move the soldiers around. Okay, okay, here we go. There will be no U.S. military audit until after Orange Man is gone. I put money on it. Yeah, unfortunately, I think you're right, too. There's not going to be a retrospective until we have different people in charge. Why were the Dutch using Prussian helmets? You know, that's a good question. I don't know. Oh, we're actually making some progress. Despite our proclaimed goal of ending the slave trade in Africa, recent reports suggest that laborers in Australian Sinai are, in all but name, slaves under our own colonial administration. Yeah, I don't mind hit the plantations throughput in Australian Sinai. Oh. You know, I forgot we finished the canal. Well, look at that. It's hiring up. Let's start charging a toll, huh? Let's build that up so that we can start charging. How much trade is going through there? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Gonna be amazing. So easy to forego building army units in the game. Yeah, just got to build one more factory first. Seriously, and I feel like too, I've realized being here in Australia, it's kind of easier to not build it because you're like, I don't have a land border with anybody. Oh, I forgot to add these guys as a war goal. Are they independent now? Oh, we're going after you guys next. I heard a pundit describe the American military as a glass cannon, which feels perfect. We keep smaller countries in line because we can bombard any of them into oblivion with airstrikes, but we can't keep that up longer than most of them fold, and we can't handle multiple fronts at the same time. Iran is doing a great job of outmaneuvering and predicting exactly what the U.S. is going to be for anything they do. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy, right? That orange guy ends up being totally predictable. I mean, they totally just called his bluff, and I think he wasn't prepared for that. All right. We landed West Java. Oh boy, did we take a hit, though. And we're landing here. So we have the capital. I actually think we're going to be able to do this. Now with the canal money, you can build more government buildings for bureaucracy, yeah. And with that, you can integrate more colonies. Look at that. 52K on tolls. Should we put them on medium? All right. Han people are experiencing severe effects of opium addiction. The use and abuse of the substance has spread throughout Queensland. Next, we're going to take that sweet, sweet Panama Canal. Nice, we landed here. The U.S. has always been reliant on their allies for support and much of the grunt work while taking the glory all for themselves. Yeah, that's true. I think there was a point where it really seemed like Trump was expecting like so many other countries to get involved. Like I can't believe he didn't realize nobody was gonna join him on this. All right, we're gonna add a whole bunch more here. There we go. Now the war is turning our way. Oh. Ah, damn. Okay. Let's see. Who do we want? Market liberal, moderate. Explorer, brave. Yeah, we'll go with the dockyard organizer, Edwin Wakefield. Now that you did that... Yeah, you're doing the blockade. So you go back to privateering over here. Why is this guy low on supply? Oh, because we need to, there we go. Okay. Well, to be fair, the U.S. military is led by a bunch of morons. More worried about testosterone than tomahawks. It's sad. It's funny because it's sad and true. To be fair, with this leadership, anyone can outsmart you. You don't reshuffle the high command and then expect competency. Yeah. That guy Hegseth, man, it's just like... Honestly, of all the things, he's the one that's like straight out of the movie Idiocracy. That speech he gave to the military, like... Oh my god. I don't even know where to begin with that. So we'll do 5 more there. What is it we're really missing? Interesting. Fancy furniture. An orator from the industrialists has gone on a speaking tour across the nation, denouncing protectionism and praising the value of free trade. Yeah, we'll take the 10%. Which one of our furniture manufacturers is doing fancy stuff? Northern Territory. Yeah, you know, can we just start, like... Oh, no wonder. I'm, like, tariffing the imports of this stuff. Oh my god. Okay. And then let's get a lot more trade centers going. Let's get some going in Western Australia as well. So so that we can get more of our goods going out there into the world. Wasn't just the US who operated the Desert Storm. Yeah, this is true. Because he's used to just bullying everyone into submission and has increasingly surrounded himself with psychopaths. Yeah. Over the years, he doesn't know how to handle someone who defies him and has the muscle to actually stand behind it. Yeah, it's just like it shows you how different the business world works, right? Because he's just so used to yes men. Like in the world of business, everybody's just like, they want your money, they want you. They're like, yes, okay, whatever you want. It reminds me of this interview with one of those Doge kids. One of those kids Elon Musk brought in for Doge. And they were talking about how when they went in... Oh, we got an issue here. Hold on, let me finish that thought in a second. Do we have a problem with glass again? Yeah, a little bit there. Mainly tools, though. Alright. Oh, God. Okay, I keep forgetting about infrastructure here. Let's fix up infrastructure. The North Island, South Australia, Victoria, for real, though. Let's subsidize. Everybody should be using rail transport. Same here. Yeah, no wonder the damn railroad couldn't stay. Yeah, we need a lot more coal. Why aren't you guys hiring? Fine, we will subsidize you. And then the North Island was the other one. Yeah, we're probably having the same problem here. Oh, are we out of places to build coal? All right. Well, not entirely, but almost. Almost. Oh, actually, we have been out of places. So it's really just that colony. Why are we losing more war score than them? Are we gonna have to go naval invade the Dutch mainland to get this done with? Hey, at least all of our losing generals are white. That's what's really important. Yeah, that's what they care about, right? Remember what Washington said, this country will live forever or die. Yeah, by that. Not the exact words, but that was the meaning. Mm-hmm. Yep. Honestly, as a vet, Hegseth is a disgrace to any values the U.S. military has ever ostensibly stood for. Yeah. I know their actions have rarely lived up to it, but that can't even sell the narrative anymore. At least Department of War is more accurate, unless Orwellian than Department of Defense. Yeah. Like, that guy just... he's a disgrace to that office. It is truly outrageous how people allowed that appointment to go through. This afternoon, Arnulf Hitson, leader of the industrialists, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of free trade. It's truly crazy. Still need to fix that infrastructure, though. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully, I think we'll start seeing a change here. God, we're like maxed out. We've got a lot of unemployed. I think it's time we had more Social Security. Damn, we're having a lot of infrastructure problems. One of those kids is called Big Balls, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. So what I was saying about that was interesting. They said that they expected to go into these government offices and find a bunch of waste, and they were surprised that they found nothing. And he said that, like, we are coming from the private industry, and they are used to having all of this venture capital coming into these upstart companies. So they're used to having tons of money, and in these upstarts, you get so much money up front, and you have to justify getting that money, so you have to spend it. And so that's why a lot of these, like, upstart companies have, like, all the employees get free lunch every day, and they get all this extra stuff because they got to spend the money they're getting, otherwise they won't get the money. So they were expecting to find a bunch of stuff like that, and they didn't realize that, like, these government offices are so audited that they don't have any of that stuff. They barely have the stuff that they need. They were like, he said, like, these offices have like 10-year-old computers and 15-year-old computers in them and stuff like that. Like, they weren't expecting that. And so it shows you just how different the business world is from, like, the rest of the country, you know? A British expedition in Australian Herrera Land has encountered our own troops, suggesting their colonial ambitions in the region are in conflict with our own. Yeah, they must back down at once. It makes me think of, before I had kids, when I was still temping in the summers, I had this one temp assignment that I got. It was just like a one-day assignment. Or no, actually, I'm sorry. It was for the week. It was a week-long assignment. And it was with this, like, financial company. And my sole job for this temp assignment was just to refill the stock in the kitchen area for the employees, because they had like snacks, they had like beer in the fridge and everything. And so my job was just to make sure everything was stocked up. And I was like, this is crazy. And I was there because somebody was sick and they were out for the week. So like they have a full-time employee whose job it is, or at least part of their job, is just to refill the stock in the employee's kitchen. And they have so much money to waste that they're willing to pay a temp worker to come in for a week and do that, which is not cheap. You know, temp workers are not cheap, because even though I was getting whatever I was getting, you end up paying the temp agency tons of money. That's how much like bloated budgets the business world has. Couldn't believe it. Troops in eastern New Guinea have reported more and more confrontations with belligerent mobs. Fighting will likely break out soon, even if nothing is ordered. There's only two ways to control the situation: either pull the troops back or tell them to engage. Well, damn, I don't really want this to pop off right now. There we go. Yeah, what? Our bluster bombs aren't working? It's still infinitely hilarious, yeah. Start using electric trains. Yeah, I have in some of the places. Brigadier General Ronald Forster's personal habits are starting to get in the way of their role as Brigadier General. He's a cocaine addict. He's too valuable. All right, so we now hold all of the Dutch, well, the Dutch East Indies mainland. I think I really need to naval invade here. I could combine these two fleets. Could do that. Give me I could transport 51. Yeah, and then with the Marine Corps. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. So the first and third fleet. So the third fleet, you're gonna go into first. So I'll wait for you guys to do that. Our military has failed an audit for like the past 20 years. It isn't admin specific. Yeah, I know. It's the, wait, sorry, let me look here. Alright, so we're gonna need to rank this guy up. Rear Admiral. So this fleet can now carry 52 troops. So they have 77. Let's see. What did I say that army could do? That fleet could do? 52. Let's transfer 14 over. What? Oh, okay. You guys come back over here. It really hit close to home the other day. One of the soldiers who passed in the recent attack was from near where I'm at. Oh no, and graduated from high school near where I'm at. My own kids are going to graduate in a couple of years, and I hate to think about that for them and their peers. I know many more people have passed on the other side. Here goes out to the targets of all this pointless BS. Oh man, I am sorry. Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. Yeah, right? And then you think about like your own kids and you're just like, why? Why are we doing this, right? Well, we do need to take a quick 90-second break here because we're about to get hit by ads. What a segue there, huh? That I made. But we do have to take a quick 90-second pause here because we're about to get hit by ads. So 90 seconds and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back, DCMA, which is the contract management agency for the US, still uses the oldest software in the world and looks like war games. Oh my god. Damn, all your agitators are reactionaries. Jesus, look at all these guys. What is this one? Oh, fascist. Yeah. Yeah, we got 2 fascists. Have a million ways to hide the money they extract. Yeah, that's why China is cleaning our clock. They mostly keep the resources pushed back down in the economy, which leads to more development. Yeah. Glass. That's what we need. That's what we need. Tasmania now is having an issue. All right, you know what? I gotta go through. You know what? We just gotta do some global changes here. Plastics, excellent. I need rail transport on everything in this country. Yep, yep. Logging camps. All right. Almost there, almost there. So we'll do all this, and then the private sector will start to fix things up, and whatever they don't, we will supplement it. Same thing for all of these industries. Actually, I don't think we need those as much. No. Yeah, we don't need labor saving here. Oh, why don't we go to film? Oh yeah, some of these need to be changed to radio. Sorry, everybody. I'll catch up. Chat in a moment. Yeah, houseware plastics now. Automatic bottle blowers. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Electric where we can use it. Machine tools. There we go. Oh, and paper. We need more paper. All right. And then lastly, the naval invasion. Oh, that's right, yeah. Oh, yeah, let's mobilize these guys. Let's wait for them to mobilize up. Oh, God. Whoops, I did that wrong. Come on. course, the one time this mobilizing doesn't go well. Okay. In the midst of the debate surrounding free trade, one of the country's leading playwrights, strongly associated with the industrialists, stage a widely acclaimed play. This politically themed theme makes no secret of the author's desire to be passed. We'll take the 5%. All right, so let's now transfer over the 14. So the first army... Oh, for God's sake. Okay. You get promoted. Here we go. 52... Oh, no. Okay, first off, you're supposed to embark... there. I don't know how that got messed up. I mean, if people learn from their mistakes, we won't be even close to today in the first place. Yeah, this is true. It also depends on who's in control. It hasn't been a mistake to the people in control. They're doing better than they've ever done. Yeah, the mistake is that the rest of us can't really do anything to stop it. Yeah, that's the thing, right? They know exactly what they're doing. Like you said, there's no mistake here. Oh yeah, what am I doing? We should be able... Oh, that's right. Oh, God. Alright. Oh! There we go. Now we can... Oh, God, are you kidding me? It's the one... Alright, whatever. It's just not going to happen this election cycle. We'll just keep the government like that, keep them legitimate. The switch to plastic in our glass works is set to revolutionize the industry. No, we're not spread the knowledge. We'll keep it for ourselves. The grand opening of the Sydney Metropolitan Railway has was received with much celebration. In a speech, the Prime Minister congratulated the engineers who made this possible. I will take the prestige there. Look at us, we're up to 4th. Alright, so are those guys embarked? Yeah, they should be, right? Embarked. Okay, good, good, good. Let's plan an invasion. You'll take the first main army. Hopefully we have enough supply ships for that. It looks like we should. Now, why don't you start privateering over here? Alright. There we go. If getting better standard of living is a goal, should it be a priority to use the labor-saving PMs on resource and agricultural to get people out from their low-paying jobs? It absolutely is. I think it's the one thing people miss when they're looking at labor-saving PMs. Because you'll hear people a lot say, only use labor-saving PMs, like, when you're out of workers. And it's not entirely true. I mean, if you have peasants, I guess it's not a great idea. But we don't really have peasants. I guess we have some down there. But when you have unemployed, labor-saving PMs are still good. Because like you said, yeah, it gets rid of the low-paying jobs. Like, the reason we have 286,000 unemployed here is because those pops aren't willing to work. Ah, we have free trade. As laborers. So we eliminate the laborer jobs, and then the real goal is just creating more of a demand here to hire it up. So really what we need is more trade centers. Oh yeah, I wanted to build some here in Western Australia. Did we end up getting those built? Yeah. So give me some paper mills, give me some trade centers, get our goods out into the world. Now, which companies did I give trade rights to? All right, what can we even go for now? Not much. Oh yeah, so let's raise Social Security. There we go. Yeah, and the employment issue should sort itself out once you've got a strong private sector building stuff. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. See, like, most of these pops are pops who just, like, aren't willing to work for the low wages that are being offered. So, like, let's take a look at... Here's a good one. So it also needs to hire proportionally, right? To the vacancies that it has. Actually, do we need more? Ooh, okay. What we could actually use. We need more universities all around. People can't get qualifications. Climbing losses at the front have led to murmurs of mutiny spreading among the soldiery. If action isn't taken soon, the situation may become critical. So war exhaustion. Gain. And we don't want to take that. Alright, we'll take that. Oh my god, I just demolished a frozen pizza. Did not realize how hungry I was. Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds delicious. Oh, let's lump the 4th Army in there. Might as well. All right. Did these guys get there yet? Oh, they did. Ooh, yeah. This is not good. Either way, they're still going to go down there. You know, honestly, what I should do, if this naval invasion fails, I'm just going to, like, demobilize some troops here. We don't really need them. Because then we'll just let this keep going and tick down. Also helps if you got enough qualification throughput. Yeah. Yeah, whoopsie. We do need to do that. Let's add more there. Oh, damn, look at this. I didn't realize we're up to 264 million. I think we started the episode tonight at 190. So we went up about 75 million in GDP. Yeah, look at this colony. Wait, why are we not... Yeah, #1 GDP per capita, look at that. Beating Canada. And we're the #1 standard of living. Beating Sweden. Yeah, I was watching your GDP bouncing around when you were changing the PMs. Yeah, I was curious what it would land on. I know, right? It is so funny when you... It kind of makes your heart drop sometimes when you change the PMs. You're like, oh no. But eventually it fixes itself out. Alright, so the naval invasion failed. But either way, let's demobilize. We'll keep these guys mobilized. And then, I'll keep the first main army mobilized. Let's bring you back over here. Yeah, so it's just this big, large army that we demobilize. What's this? Who's this? Are they naval invading me here? Oh no, this is a sea battle. Oh, my supply ships. Ah! What are these guys set on? Alright, how much are we getting on privateering? Like 1K? Alright, yeah, let's, Actually, no, I want you to just intercept. So use this. So you cover those 3 nodes. The transport fleet... I don't need you covering that. You covered this one. That one. Yeah, that's good. All right. Sweden went communist. Hardly a surprise. Yeah, right. Did you integrate the colonies, or are you planning on still exploiting them? I'm gonna exploit them. I don't want to integrate them because, first of all, they're already pissed. But if they were integrated, the pops here would gain a lot more political power, and they would actually cause a lot more unrest. Now, it does suck because, like, I'm not getting any taxes off of these guys. But c'est la vie. I'd like to put down promote national values in these states, but I don't have any I don't have any authority. Wait, going militarized police force doesn't add authority? You think it would, right? We could go censorship. I'm curious how well Seoul correlates to purchasing power parity. You can't compare the value of currencies compared to each other since it's all normalized by pound. Yeah. The purchasing power parity really is a better way to compare the relative affordability of an economy. Feels like Seoul reflects that, specifically because it relates to how much a person can buy within an economy, and the currency is normalized. I want to try making a mod to display... Oh, purchasing power parity. That would be kind of cool, yeah. I'd be interested to see how you can make something like that. You're gonna exploit them. Clip that. Do you guys know what that guy Hamcuts is like? He's a monster. He's truly a monster. I wonder if we can start getting investment rights anywhere. Oh, do we already have investment rights with them? No, we just have trade privileges. What's the deal? Oh yeah, our interest here. Yeah, let's improve relations there. Yeah, let's do that. Come on. Come on now. Oh, how about the monitors? You don't want those, huh? Well, we don't want to. I don't want to transfer those right now. Oh. Yeah, we have free trade. Damn it. This Australia would be like, look how nice I am, guys. I treat my natives decently. Ignore the brutal suppression of the natives overseas. Yeah, right. That's kind of like what the law they added for some countries in the game, where it's like colonial slavery. So you don't have any slavery in your country, but you do elsewhere. All right, what if we paid you like 1,000 a week? For 10 years. Damn it, Japan. You're killing me. We still don't have any damn qualifications here. Calculate soul. So I imagine you could use the existing mechanic to display relative PPP for each class between any two countries. Yeah. Yeah, possibly. That'd be interesting. Pay no attention to those territories behind the curtain. Yeah. That's not us doing it. Hallam Hiscock of the Anglican Church has been seen preaching in favor of the Christian party, convinced that their victory has been foreseen in God's plan. God, what do we got going on here? Yeah, we'll take this one. Your infamy level is very high. Other countries don't like you. Yeah, it's about to go. We're about to go down a level though, because the threshold for Notorious is 50. So once we get down to 49, they'll like us a little bit more. Look at our literacy. I didn't realize that either. We're up to 92. Interesting. Well, I think we've reached our stopping point for the night. Not a bad night. Not a bad night. We did pretty good. So what? All in told, we got about 90 million in GDP. We're still 5th. Although, okay, we're catching up, though. We're catching up to everybody. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Oh, wait. Oh, the soul... Oh, it was the second part of a two-parter. Did I miss the first part? Oh, damn. PPP is measured by taking the same basket of goods in two separate economies, as well as the average wealth of the population to see how much they can buy. The game already uses a similar mechanic to calculate soul. Ah, so I can imagine you could use the existing mechanic to display relative PPP. Oh, that would be... I bet you tons of people would be into a mod like that. You should definitely do that. That'd be cool. Yeah, literacy is one of the ones I try to get as well as I can. Yeah, I would like to get more literacy in all of my runs, but I always forget to build the universities. Now we're doing it, though. Yeah, see you tomorrow, Java. Thank you for hanging, my friend. Thank you for hanging out. 5th and over the US, that's an achievement. Yeah, right? We're doing pretty good here. We're in 1920, so I think Tuesday next week is going to be the final episodes of the run. Probably not Tuesday morning. We'll probably need both sessions. So Tuesday night next week will probably be the end of this Australia run. Awesome stream tonight. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Good game tonight. Some progress. You go fast, though. Nice job tonight. Yeah. I think this run seems to be going particularly fast because I think in the first episode, I was on speed 4 for a lot of it. So we got to 1850, I think, after episode 1. So we'll end up winning this war. We're just going to kind of wait out the rest of it. So we'll end up getting the Dutch East Indies in our... Oh, there's an uprising. In our power block here. Here to next time. Yes, yes. Oh, yeah, looking forward to more Frostpunk tomorrow. Thank you. Oh, my God. Good segue there. I almost forgot. So, yeah, next time I'll be on will be tomorrow night. We're going to be continuing the run in Frostpunk 2. So we started up a city last week on Friday, so we continue that tomorrow. So yeah, hopefully I'll see everybody there. What's the Dutch's current peace desire? Oh, you know, you're right. I almost forgot. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, why don't we do Wolfie for the win? Let's just finish this out. There we go. Look at all that Australia color on the map there. Oh, hell yeah. Australian East Indies. You know, I forgot the name is going to change. Australian East Indies. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. My job just going to be subtly shouting out the next scheduled stream. I love it. I need it. I need the reminder. All right. Good way to end. All right. Good way to end the episode. There we go. Southeast Asia looking Australian teal. Yeah, look at that map paint spreading. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful stuff. All right, my friends. It was a fun night. We did good. Thank you for watching. Oh, Australian East Indies is not real. Can't hurt you. AEI. We really did destroy DEI tonight. There's no more DEI in the world. Oh, so sad. That would be sad. All right. Have a good night, everybody. And as always, hopefully I see everybody tomorrow night. And as always, be awesome, my friends. I'll see you next time.